Quartararo and Pecco Bagnaia, who started the 27-lap Grand Prix here in Valencia with a commanding 23-point lead in the standings. But it was Suzuki's Alex Rins with a fairy tale farewell. Started fifth, immediately into first place in the first corner, had a pole man, Jorge Martin, and nobody saw which way the Suzuki man went. There was early contact, wasn't there, between Pecco Bagnaia and Fabio Quartararo. That was coming up on lap 2 into turn number 2. Marc Marquez was a fast starter from his front row start, fighting for the podium places early on, as Bagnaia latched onto the rear tyre of Quartararo. This was right at the start of a nail-biting 27-lap race. Quartararo aggressive on the inside of Miller. That was through turn 8 on our first lap. Rins then that led the way at the end of lap 1, and it was a lead he wasn't to relinquish. This was one of the key moments of the race, though. Miller on the inside of Quartararo into turn 2. Contact there between the Yamaha man and Pecco Bagnaia's Ducati. Bagnaia losing a right aero wing off his GP22. That certainly disrupted his rhythm in the late stage of the race. Brad Binder, though, was charging through the pack as he so often does in the factory KTM. This was him moving closer to the podium, picking up Bagnaia into turn 2. It got tight as Quartararo tried to keep his faint title hopes alive. He ran wide, though, coming out of turn 1, and Binder was able to pick him off into that second corner. The South African now firmly in contention to start and finish this season on the podium. Luca Marini, well, he had to make it clean, and he did make it clean on the inside of his fellow Ducati rider and VR46 Academy colleague Pecco Bagnaia. That was for 8th place at that stage of the Grand Prix. And with Rins clear at the front of the race, Binder sweeping on the inside of Jorge Martin, just as he did a few weeks ago in Motogp, didn't he? Alex Rins, though, it is that takes a fairy tale final victory for Suzuki. Rins wins here in Valencia with Binder and Martin on the podium. Quartararo takes a gallant 4th place, but this 9th place finish for Pecco Bagnaia means that he is the 2022 Motogp World Champion. Cue delirious celebrations down at Ducati, their first title since 2007 with Australian legend Casey Stoner. Thanks for joining us in 2022. We'll see you in 2023 with this man, Pecco Bagnaia, as the world champion in MotoGP. Across the world champion vest, emblazoned across that visor, P1.
His head, and he can now let the emotion, he can let the nerves which he's been feeling in the run up to this Grand Prix all escape out of him as the Red Army congratulate Pecco Bagnaia, the new face of Italian motorsport, the MotoGP World Champion, and he will lead them into 2023, of course.